We have some breaking news out of the Supreme Court agreeing to take up a case that could blur the line now between church and state. The justices will hear arguments out of Oklahoma over whether the state can approve the country's first publicly funded religious charter school. NBC's Lawrence Hurley joins me now with more on that. And Lawrence, as we understand it, the lower courts have been pretty clear about where the law in Oklahoma stands. Tell us more about the specific case here and how it has weaved its way through the courts.
Yeah, I mean, a key issue here is that the Oklahoma Attorney General, Gentner Drummond, who's a Republican, he took the position against his own party to say he thinks this proposal is blatantly unconstitutional under both Oklahoma law and the U.S. Constitution. So he actually took this case to the Oklahoma Supreme Court, and the court basically agreed with him and said, yes, that the Oklahoma Constitution itself on its own protects or prevents the state from endorsing any kind of sectarian, provide funding to any kind of sectarian issue. So they thought it was a pretty close case. So then the charter board that approved this took the appeal up to the Supreme Court, which, as you know, has a 6-3 conservative majority that's very friendly to conservative religious issues. So that's how this case got up here, and we'll see what happens during the oral arguments that will be coming up this year.
So what will you be watching then? Because as you rightly point out, there's a 6-3 conservative majority rule right now at the Supreme Court. And we have always thought that separation of church and state was kind of a hard and fast line. What is your interpretation of where this goes in the Supreme Court?
Yeah, I mean, this whole issue of the separation of church and state is one that, you know, conservative legal experts and lawyers and people involved in that kind of conservative Christian legal movement have long thought is kind of overstated. And of course, they have this Supreme Court that's friendly to their arguments, and they've actually chipped away at this in several cases that have come up over the last few years. So it's quite possible this case will be another one of those cases going forward.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.